I'm feeling those like really weird nerves you have before you sit down with a friend that you haven't seen in ages, and then you realize you have to like talk about everything that's been going on in your life. Can't believe I used to sit down and do this like once or twice a week, because right now this is just feeling totally out of my comfort zone, and I'm finding it so hard to just like relax. A few of you are asking me on my Instagram story what I have been up to throughout this year. And obviously, if you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm doing in my everyday life, because I'm posting that in my Instagram story currently. But that only shows what I'm actually doing and like what I'm like getting done. It doesn't really show how I'm feeling. I've been alright. I've been good. I've been bad. I'm sure we all relate to that. I, in some ways, have grown a lot as a person this year, which was interesting because someone asked how I've grown this year, and it was weird because I thought internally it was very obvious to me, but I didn't think it was showing externally. Maybe it's just a coincidence though, I'm not sure, but I've grown a lot this year and I've changed a lot, which is really good, and I feel like it's really normal when you turn like 21 and you start becoming a bit more of a grown up. So that's been good, but in other ways, my stress and anxiety has been a bit all over the place, which has been very frustrating. Explains why I haven't been vlogging at all, really. Why am I shaking right now? This is silly. It probably has explained why I just don't really do much. I'm sure everyone who looks at my Instagram stories thinks, oh, that sounds like a fun day, but not really getting much done, and a lot of that has just been because of my mental state. I've actually started reading a book that my boyfriend found in his book collection, and it's called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And that is something I need to do because I hold myself back like crazy in life and it kills me. I get opportunities and I chicken out, and it's really frustrating. I feel like I've had so many fun times and I have a really enjoyable life, but I am feeling a bit lost, honestly. Like with my YouTube channel, there's things that I want to make, but I'm so low in confidence about if I should make them or not. I swear, like, I'll make a separate video on this with my boyfriend Nick at some point. VidCon was really good in some ways, but in some ways it throws you off. It made me realize that I'm apparently not supposed to be making a whole bunch of random stuff. I'm meant to be sticking to something, and there's not something I like enough yet, or that I feel educated in enough. That's why I've been making like cleaning out my closet videos and continuing to edit those vlogs that have been going on for way too long, because I'm just in the background freaking out a little bit and also brainstorming things that I think I want to make and that everybody wants. So something that would be unbelievably helpful for me is if you could let me know in the comments exactly what you'd like me to talk about. If there's particular things that you think I could teach you, please let me know, or that you'd like to hear my opinion on. I feel like those type of videos have much more purpose and are a lot more meaningful, and I really look forward to uploading them. Where honestly, the cleaning out my closet videos, it's like, woo, another video, but don't really get much out of it because there's no real purpose to it. If someone told me this time last year that my life would be where it is at now, I would be shocked. I thought I was going to spend this entire year single, and it really didn't happen. I honestly came back from my trip from Africa, and as soon as I got back, I started talking to Nick, and then we started our relationship. Like, I honestly wrote down a list of qualities I wanted to find in someone, and then that person came to me. Like, it seems a little too good to be true. Now he's living here. Like, I don't understand how this all happens. It's funny because there's always that cliche of like, stay single and you can like get to know yourself more and develop more as a person and grow. It's kind of why people recommend traveling on your own. It's a similar growth pusher. But weirdly, I think my relationship has actually done exactly that, which is so weird because that is not what I expected at all. And I remember at the beginning I was like, crap, should I have been single for longer? And now I'm just like, well, best of both worlds. But as I said before, my mental health has been a bit all over the place, which sucks because my life is in such a good place, and like I'm growing more than ever, and this should only be seen as like opportunities of growth and excitement. But because my anxiety is getting the better of me, it's becoming more just crippling. I don't know if it's the fact that I've been like messing around with my hormones this year. I'll get back onto that in a moment, but they have just intensified in some ways, but then really improved in other ways. So I feel like I'm just fluctuating between being like worse than I used to be and then better than I used to be, and just back and forth, which is really weird, and I don't really understand what it's about. And I've been trying to work it out for a very long time now, and I think focusing on it has kind of made it worse. So I've been really just trying to like go with the flow and not think about it too much recently, and weirdly that's helped a little more than like giving it my full attention and trying to like investigate it. kind of weird though, because you think that's like self-help, but sometimes it just becomes self-sabotage because you're just focusing on the negative parts. I was going to explain the hormone stuff because I thought some of you would find it interesting, because I've had a few of you message me about how I've been going off the rod and like what I'm doing now, and I think it kind of explains potentially why my mental health has been all over the place, because I've never really messed with my hormones this much. I spent my life until I was 17 on no birth control at all. Then I went onto the pill for like 4 years. Then I went on the rod, and anyone who's interested in hearing more about the rod, I'll put it in the description, but it messed with me. I got that removed. Everything honestly started to improve. My acne went away. I lost the weight that I gained. Then I honestly, I'm sure so many girls relate to this, but you know when you just research too deep about the pill and all the side effects of any type of contraception, and you just panic and you're just like, fuck, get me off this. That's pretty much what happened to me, and I just went to the doctor one day and was like, I want to stop taking it. I want to know how I feel off it. Maybe I'll feel so much better off it. It's the magical treatment to everything. Turns out it's not, and I've been feeling a lot worse, so I'm probably gonna go back on that now. It's actually been very interesting to trial all of these things out and see what works for me, because clearly the pill is just as good as it gets for me, or if I need to try some like other thing like a UTI or whatever. UTI, that's a urinary tract infection. What's that thing called? That coil thing, that other thing, the thing that goes in your vag, that thing. So in a way, I feel like this year has been me challenging my mind and my body in so many ways, but it's also helped me accept a lot of things. Someone asked what the highlights of this year were and what I was looking forward to next year. Next year, I've got a few solid things that I'm looking forward to, but the rest of it, because of the nature of my work, is blank. Which in some ways is very exciting because wow, look at all the space for opportunities, but in other ways it's anxiety inducing. So next year I have a few holidays to look forward to. I'll be continuing to work for VapTrack Media, which is the car racing company my friend Miranda set up, because it has grown so much this year. And also it'd be nice to continue developing Bubble Productions, the production company I run with my boyfriend, because we set it up this year. We've had a few opportunities here or there, some I'm really, really proud of. Like I was really excited to film Connor's run, the fun run in Melbourne. We also did an ad for Hocking Stewart while we were there, which was a super cool opportunity. And we've done a few events, which was cool. I've really started to get into photography this year, which I'm sure you've noticed if you follow my Sheribubble photography account. I'm becoming so into it. I really want to learn as much as I can. We also edited a documentary for my dad when he climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, which was really, really cool. A good challenge. It definitely forced us to learn all of our new programs. We actually have a wedding job coming up in a couple of weeks that we'll be filming and taking photos of and editing the video, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've known about it all year, so it's been something that's kept me motivated, and I've just been really excited to start working on it. We haven't really knuckled down anywhere near as much as we could, and we're still getting stuff, so that feels really good. So I can't wait to just like begin the year and really start planning a lot more. A bunch of you have asked me questions about how Bubble Productions is going and freelancing in general and setting up a business, and I really want to film that video with Nick. I really want to do that in the near future, so if there's any really specific questions you have about us setting up the company or freelancing, let me know in the comments. I think I've definitely grown socially this year. We really challenged myself. I'm really not that good at making new friends, and I've had the opportunity to make new friends recently, which was so daunting. I think this year's definitely like pushed me out of my comfort zone, and it's been very rewarding. One thing that has changed massively this year is the amount I cook. Nick really, really likes cooking, so we cook every single day, and we probably spend hours cooking. Like it's so insane because that is not who I used to be at all, but it's really paid off because I just love food so much more now, and it's so fun like looking up recipes and trying stuff. It's just been so cool because now I can cook with more confidence. Being a mother is really, really important for me in the future, and I was really worried I wouldn't have that skill set. So it's nice at 21 already being in a place that I'm developing that. One thing that I didn't really expect to get into this year, but have actually gotten into way more, is modeling. I found that as I've explored different locations, different shooting styles, and just tried a bit more and put more effort in, it's been really fun. And oh, so close to having my first paid job during this year, and then it clashed with something else. It hit me like, shit, I could be making some money out of this if I knuckle down and try to build my portfolio a little bit. So I actually really enjoyed doing that, and I set up a Star Now profile, which was hilarious because when I went to uni, I remember I used to laugh about people who had Star Now profiles for being like a photographer and a model and an extra. and I'm literally that person now, but I get it. The creative industry is hard, and you've got to make money wherever you can and have fun where you can and network and whatever gets you out there, really. So no shame in just trying things and seeing if you end up enjoying it or if you're good at it. I know that most content out there is like kind of scripted and people like put on a facade on camera, and I've done that like for so many years without even realizing. You kind of do it subconsciously, like become presenter-ish, I don't know why. And I'm just getting really sick of it, and I find that the content I really like out there is either really educational, so it can be very formal, or I really like the stuff that's super raw and it's clear that they just don't give a shit about what they say on camera, and then they just post it and it's like, wow, how did they do that? They're so brave. But I admire the crap out of them. Like, they just matter more. Oh my god, I just killed a fly. I don't usually kill bugs. Oh, that makes me feel a little guilty. Anyway, I think there's just so much crap out there on the internet now. VidCon reminded me of that and made me just feel kind of low, because I'm like, oh my god, I hate a lot of the internet. But when you find the real shit out there, it is so valuable. That's pretty much my goal for my YouTube channel, and I think one way to go about it is by kind of asking for like Q&A questions, and then whatever you guys ask me, I'll make a video specifically on that topic and just chat about it. I'm gonna go now. Thank you very much for watching this, and thank you so much for sticking around if you have this year, because I really haven't been uploading the best content and you guys have still stuck around, and I appreciate it, so thank you. But in the future, I really want to start making more cinematic content because I'm good behind a camera. I'm pretty good. That sounded too confident. See, this is self-doubt just rolling in on me. I'm getting pretty good behind a camera, better than I am on camera, so I would rather include more of that so you can see where my skills lie, I guess, because I'm better at that. Anyway, just self-doubt right now. Ugh. Honestly, I probably still have like 2 or 3 Africa vlogs left, and then we went to Dubai, so there's maybe 1 or 2 Dubai videos, so there's still a lot to come. Apologies for that. In the future, I will not be vlogging this much on holidays, but those will still be rolling out, and then in between those, I just want to be making interesting little videos, even if they're short little 5-minute things. I just want to try stuff, see what you guys like, see what I like, and find like a mutual ground. Anyway, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.